Merc Eye, see what comes out of the Death Lord.
Ooh. Yep, no, that's definitely a really optimal play as well. Pray it's not something that you need.
Yeah, ooh, Healbot, not great.
Oh, look, it is.
Look at,
Sorry, it's probably my fault.
yeah, one of the caster's curse. It's rubbing off on you. Welcome to the club.
Cabal Shadow Priest. I understand for tempo playing this, but I think I personally would have probably saved it. Cause like you don't, I mean necessarily, ooh, lay on hands for 0. But you don't necessarily need to have minions on the board in this matchup.
Yeah, I guess he just wanted the, he valued a little bit of board presence. He knows his hand is,
Crap, yeah.
yeah, pretty weak there in the spells for the situation here.
He's gonna hold the Abomination now, which he might do.
Yeah, we've seen a couple Murlocs die with 3 or 4. So 4 it is. It's a pretty nice chunk of damage. He has the other Anyfin, which is probably going to lock the game out here. Although that Abomination may have something to say about that. I'm not sure if it'd be enough or not.
Yeah, he definitely... Well, he's not even going to have the mana to play it, so...
Oh, yeah, because the Light Bomb for the clear, so that's going to be lethal for sure.
Yeah, definitely game.
Town GQ just hoping he didn't have the second Anyfin, but really nice start from Leoric. Had all those Murlocs, had both Anyfin can happens, and just so much damage.
Yeah, and he stops... Leoric stops from getting 3-0'd, so that's also very nice.
Yeah, I don't like casting 3-0s. I like to see those nice, hard-fought battles where one player, you know, really earns the win, you know, in a hard-fought series. But so it's kind of fun to see, and it's more entertaining to see the back and forth battles.
Now remind me, does Leoric's Warlock, is that a Zoo or is that a Reno?
I believe it was the Reno.
The Reno? Okay, yeah.
We'll have to check.
I wonder if this priest is gonna struggle a little bit, which is again brings along the whole should you bring priest to tournament thing.
Sure.
Because if it was a Zoo, you'd probably be golden, but anything else, you're definitely not gonna get along nearly as well.
Yeah, we'll see. You pointed out at the beginning of the match that priest is not a common class in tournaments, and we'll see if it's Tom GQ's downfall here. He's just got to win with that to take home the championship. We'll see if it becomes a liability or not.
Yeah. We see here, Lyric has a pretty decent starting hand, but so does Tom GQ. And getting rid of a Death Lord this early in the game is definitely difficult.
Yeah, Death Lord, you can Valence it on the backside of that. Just a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm. But this Siphon Soul, I mean, maybe he'll just play Twilight Drake, kind of try to hit it down, and if anything, go to Siphon Soul for the clear.
Yeah, he's got that in a couple of turns. Very good point. We could draw off of that Northshire if he wants to. It looks like he's going with the Elise play here.
Yeah, throwing that out quickly is very optimal, just to make sure you can draw that map.
Yeah, you're probably going to get value off that Northshire layer. No need to be greedy with it right now. Shadow Flame doesn't do a whole lot here. Doesn't kill either minion.
Soulfire, though, that's definitely helpful.
Yeah, I think I like the Soulfire here. He agrees.
There's the mind control attack just for some more minions on the board, try to kill this Death Lord. It's just like pray that this Death Lord gives him something good to catch up.
Yeah, although playing that is going to allow Tom GQ to get some more value off of these minions before the Siphon Soul can come out. Does take the double trade. Looks like he might follow this up with a Circle of Healing even.
Healing, yeah.
Nope, just gonna be... Oh, he is. He's gonna do both. So he wants to draw 3 cards off of this.
Oh, and he can play both Zombie Chows. And then consider the following turn, Arcanized Soul Priest and doing 10 damage to Warlock's face, which could be pretty good for him.
Yeah, he might keep the Chows now because he doesn't want to play too much into Hellfire until he can combo that with the Akanai. Because if he plays both now and Leoric Hellfires, then he's just giving him 10 health. But if he combos that with the Akanai later, now he's giving Leoric 10 damage. Seems that would be my argument for holding on to it. Not sure if it's right or not.
Yeah. Maybe he's gonna do the Circle of Healing. I have a feeling Siphon Soul's gonna come out next turn just to kill this 412.
Yeah, it almost asks you. You don't really have another great way to answer it.
Yeah.
Allows you to kill off the Northshire Cleric as well.
Ooh, and he does get a Pilot Shredder, which is not too bad.
Yeah, not shabby at all.
Yeah, he will have the Mortal Coil to maybe finish off the 3-5 if it comes to that. So far it looks like Leoric has a chance to fight his way back against this priest.
So many plays for Tom GQ. Lots of little minions, and I think he's going to want to heal that to play around that Mortal Coil, but it would prevent him from making some other plays.
Yeah, I mean, I'm noticing that in hand currently Tom GQ does have a 10 damage burst just by playing the circle with the Arcanine Soul Priest and the 2 zombie chows. So I just want to keep that in people's minds, that if he slowly starts going face with his Lyric, he could surprise kill him.
Yeah, definitely. That's a very good point, saving that burst. We talked about earlier, not playing around too much burst from Priest, but if he keeps that combo, he picks up a flash shield. It's a lot of damage. Light Bomb looks a little bit weaker than Shadow Word Death here. So yeah, Shadow Word Death gonna come out instead.
Yeah, no. You want to use Light Bomb for when they have, a lot of minions. You clear the board nice, quick, and easy.
Yeah, probably on this this Dr. Boom, if it comes out, would be a better Light Bomb target.
Does have, let's see, Implosion, yeah. Implosion. What else can he really do this turn?
I don't know, I really like the Implosion. That seems like the best path. Looks like he's gonna go with the...
Ooh, 4. Nice.
As well.
Oh, and he decides not to acidic Swamp Ooze. I guess he's feeling like he's overreaching at this point.
Yeah, definitely. That would have been a really, really juicy Light Bomb.
Yeah, one thing you gotta remember with the Priest is it's okay to just skip your turn. If, you don't have that much threat on the board against you and they're not, a super combo, I can do 100 damage in one turn kind of deck, you can easily just let things sit there and just heal yourself back up and prepare your hand to, I don't know, control the board, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. If he puts down that Justicar here, I mean, that's only 8 damage, and I say only 8 damage because with that Justicar hero power, that's really only 2 turns of healing yourself back up.
Ooh, the Alexstrasza on turn 9. Oh, but he chooses Dr. Boom instead. Okay.
Yeah, it's really difficult to Alexstrasza too early here when you don't have the burst coming right behind it, because you don't want to give Tom GQ too much time to heal back out of it, and then you essentially waste the Alexstrasza. Although you have seen a Light Bomb and a Shadow Ward Death, though, so... Second Light Bomb probably going to come out here. Going to make it really awkward for Tom GQ to deal with Alexstrasza. Just on its own, let alone the Battle Cry.
It makes me think that maybe if he had decided to Justicar that one turn instead of Light Bond, he would be able to play Arcanine Soul Priest and just do 4 damage for 2. Maybe use the circle 4 damage and clear this whole board, but it's just... It's interesting how just one turn can completely change the game.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think Leoric plays Dr. Boom here. If he hadn't seen a Light Bomb, I think they're both of them are pretty high skill level. I don't think he'd play too much in the Light Bomb.
Yeah. Well, now both are gone, so he's gonna feel a lot safer. He's waiting for that Leroy because he already has 2 parts of his combo. Just waiting. Yeah,
definitely. I think I mean, Priest can only heal up to 30. You've got the Alexstrasza, which can bring him down to 15 whenever you want. So, like I said, I think you hold on to the Alexstrasza until you have the full combo.
So now he just wants to make sure he can fill the board, stay alive, and possibly kill him next turn.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. He's got the 20 damage combo with the Soulfire on the top of that. Deathlord's going to have a little bit of something to say about that, though. Pretty good play from Tom GQ picking that up. Yeah, I kind of like the Twisting Nether here. You got all the damage you want in hand, so the board really is quite irrelevant as long as you can clear that taunt.
Oh, the Reno comes out from the Deathlord.
Yeah,
that's not bad. It's a hard minion to kill, so it's not the worst thing.
Yeah, and I don't think Leoric really cares about it. We just talked about how much damage he has, and Tom GQ probably happy to see it come out, but I don't think Leoric cares. He's seen both Deathlords used.
Just gonna opt just to heal here.
Yeah, easily sets him down to 15. Got 6 damage over the top, so he's already down to 9. Yeah, that's gonna be GG for
He
Leoric.
was 1 off last turn with the Soulfire and the Power Overwhelming.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what... Can the priest do anything?
Not a whole lot.
I mean,
He's gonna
if he
try to
draws-
fish for something.
Yeah, maybe a flash heal, but nothing's really gonna help him, so... Looks like it's GG.
Well, Flash Heal he'd have to use offensively because of the Akanai, so even clearing him wouldn't matter because of the burst from Leoric.
Yeah. So it looks like this priest has allowed him to be reverse swept so far. We're gonna come down to the last game here.
Yeah, we'll see. This is gonna even up the series for Leoric. So he's gonna tie it up 2 games to nothing, coming back against Tom GQ's Priest. So we shall see if the Priest can finally pull out the 3rd time's the charm for that Priest, or if it ends up being the liability for him here in the Elefino Open number 16 championship match.
Yeah, I understand why you'd play priest, because a lot of time in tournaments people just bring 3 aggro decks. So you like having a super control heavy priest in order to counter those, because oh my goodness, playing those against a tournament, you just get like 3-0'd real quick and you're like, oh, what happened? This is horrible. But that's a good counter for them. But in this situation, when you get to the finals, it can screw you over like we're seeing here.
Yeah, it feels pretty bad to just get ran over 3-0 by aggro, so definitely a valid point there. But here, we're down to the big boys, Tom GQ and Leoric in the championship match. Elefino Open number 16. We got Tom GQ getting one more chance for his priest to pull out a victory. He's going to have to do so over Leoric's Warrior. 1 game to decide the championship of this awesome tournament.
And it looks like this is a control warrior, correct?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
If we didn't remember, this hand would be definitely signal control with the Brawl, Big Game Hunter, Sludge Belcher, War Axes, and every warrior ever, so that signals nothing. But the other cards...
Yeah, I think the disadvantage that Priest has in this matchup is that they can only cap at 30 health.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times these matchups go into fatigue, and the warrior's able to, over the whole course of the game, build up like 50 plus armor, and then the priest is sitting there at 30 being like, I'm getting hurt every turn now because I'm out of cards and I cannot do anything about it. So this will be interesting to see if the priest can maybe take him out before he goes to fatigue.
Yeah, he's going to want to get that early game pressure, but he doesn't really have it. Both players with Sylvanas, we did not get to see any of that action. Sylvanas is one of my favorite cards in Hearthstone.
It's definitely amazing legendary. Yeah, it's surprising we have seen neither of these until right now. Do you play the Arcanine here for tempo, do you think?
I think you kind of have to. Doesn't trade in pretty easily from Leoric's side.
He chooses not to.
But he's gonna hold on to it, take it a little bit slower. As you said, this game's probably gonna go into fatigue, so maybe he's gonna have to save that up and try to do a whole lot of burst over the top. But every turn he does nothing is fine with Leoric because that's just more armor.
I would consider definitely playing the Harrison here. Well, it's not the Despite, which is usually the one you like to Harrison. Still kind of gives you an edge over the opponent, gets rid of their weapon, catches them off guard. Of course, then they can easily execute it, so it's really up to how threatened, I guess, Tom GQ feels.
And it may be whether he knows he's up against Control Warrior or if he's playing against, he thinks he's playing against Patron. Could alter his playstyle.
Yeah, he's had no real inclination of what kind of warrior this is yet.
Sludge Belcher leans a little bit more towards the Control. Not that you'd completely write it out from.
Yeah, I mean,
Patron?
now he probably has more of an inclination, but before that, you're like, Harrison, if this is Patron, needs to be safe for Despite.
Sure.
Like, so I can turn the whole game around kind of idea.
Trying to cash in these minions before Tom GQ Sylvanas can steal too much. So just gonna happily give it a 1-2 slime. And
I mean, to do that in order to get the Justicar out this early is really good, because he can start building up that armor, which, again, late game is going to save his life against this priest.
Oh, yeah, huge. Having that on 6 and just getting the 4 armor up every turn from here on out, it's going to be really difficult for Tom GQ to overcome that much of a health pool.
Definitely. Because priest really... near the end of the game. Oh, but this is a lease priest, is it not? No, it is. It definitely is. So
yes.
Maybe, you know, he'll pull a bunch of awesome legendaries. The warrior will have used both of his, what's that name of that card?
Executes? Shield slams? Brawls?
Brawls, yes. His brawls, and then get completely screwed. So, this is going to be a very interesting matchup, I think.
Yeah, we're probably in for the long haul, so make sure you're comfortable. And, may come down to exactly what you said. That's a phenomenal point. Could come down to whatever comes out of Elise for both of these players, because I believe they're both running Elise.
I think you just play Shield Maiden here.
I kind of like the armor up. I think you want to focus on the armor. At least I personally. But you don't really have much else to follow it up with either, so you could definitely justify the Shield Maiden.
I mean, I guess the Shield Maiden dies to the Hero Power and the Arcanite Soul Priest, but it is putting a minion on the board to maybe just soak up some... Like, a sandwich is irrelevant, too.
Yeah.
It's difficult. You could slam and draw a card and see what you get, also.
There you go. That seems like a pretty good start.
Yeah. You could have also Shield Maidened... Well, I guess that only gives you 5 right... Yeah, no. It's a pretty difficult turn, because you could not... basically kill this Arcanite Soul Priest.
Yeah, pretty awkward. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, pretty awkward turn from Leo.
Now, what do you think about this Velens? I kind of dislike it, just based on the fact that it's super easily killed by Execute.
Well, I think he's trying to go all in. He knows it's an uphill battle from him, so he's taking some risks here with that Valens. Leoric didn't have a great way to deal with it last turn, so he's just gonna double down on it with that Valens. And hope.
Well, he is.
Go ahead.
He can shield slam the Death Lord and kill it if he so chooses. In this play, because Shield Maiden is 5 or 6. Is it 5 or 6? It's 5, and then you get 4 armor from the tank up, and then you can kill it and see what you get out of that. But it looks like he's gonna slam instead.
Yeah, I think he's hoping for the Execute, exactly what you were saying. Ooh, Gorehowl, very greedy Control Warrior card. Can put in a lot of work.
Definitely.
Very high value card.
Yeah, he could also save that whole play and maybe try to take out the Arcanite Soul Priest next turn, the same way I was just describing earlier. If you find that more of a threat.
Yeah, I like the Sylvanas here. Even if you steal the Death Lord, you're pulling a minion out of your opponent's hand, which thins their deck.
Definitely.
And maybe even pull out Elise.
Pulls another Death Lord. He could... Not quite sure.
Such an intricate matchup.
I mean, he could just go face and just, like, ignore the Sylvanas, because the Sylvanas isn't going to immediately die unless the warrior kills it, which could also screw him over, though.
Yeah, I kind of like ignoring it. It kind of goes along with his play of he's to, you know, not to beat a dead horse, but it's an uphill battle, so just forcing that much damage. Leoric can't kill it on board just by trading it into the Death Lord, so it'll take it a couple turns to...
Maybe he's
trade off
hoping
there.
it gets the Death Lord, and then he can play the Cabal, exactly.
There you go.
It's a big risk, but works out for him.
Yeah, took another risk and got rewarded. Brawl?
Brawl comes up. Yep.
I guess you kind of have to. It's not your favorite Brawl board, but it's not terrible either.
Ooh. That was pretty good for him, because he's not going to be able to immediately kill the Belcher. Justicar does finally come out, which will be very helpful for him, but as of now, maybe he just starts taking down this Belcher, healing up and waiting. The waiting game is definitely going to be freaking real in this matchup.
Yeah, you got the trade, and then Northshire. You could heal your guy back up and see what you get. You could also Holy Nova to finish off the Belcher, which would also draw you a card.
I wonder if he really wants to draw, though. Because this is most likely going to go to fatigue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's a very delicate matchup if he's racing for Elise or not.
I saw him. He hovered over that circle of healing again. Maybe he just really hates his hand. Really wants to see what else is out there.
Well, let's look at, for our viewers and us at home, the Warrior is at 14 cards. The Priest is at 15 cards, so if he draws one more here, it would even them up on card count. Slam again.
I can take the hit.
Not super great if you're trying to avoid drawing cards. It doesn't really solve any problems either. So he's just gonna take it slow. He's at 32 health.
Sam Curator's gonna come down, see what he gets. Ooh, Toshli. Or Choma. Both are good picks. He goes with the Toshli. And looks like he wants to go ahead and play that.
Yeah, might as well. Man, just so I'm kind of at a loss for words on what to say here. Just such an interesting matchup, and you gotta be very careful about what you use your resources for, because they're very important, especially for the Priest.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Definitely. I mean, he's gonna be able to take out this Gore Howl, kill the Death Lord, see what he gets, start clearing this board. Ooh, a Brawl is also definitely really good right now, too.
Yeah, Tom GQ opted not to heal the Death Lord.
Very smart, obviously. What would you do here as the Warrior? What do you think?
I think I'd stick
I
away
think Brawl.
from... You like the Brawl?
I think I like the Brawl.
Let's see, what are some other options here? I think the Brawl might be a little bit of an overreaction. You can just kill the Justicar with either Slam
Shield
Revenge or Shield Slam. And then you've really only left 4 damage on the board, which is just your hero power.
Ooh, finally an Execute.
Ooh, at least being pulled out, that could be
no.
huge.
That could change this whole game.
He is not going to get the golden monkey. Now the
What do you
Gore
think of him choosing the Gore Howl instead of the Shield Slam? I mean, I guess kind of damage is irrelevant at this point, especially with only 1-3s and 1-2s on the board.
Yeah, I like it with that line of play to clear off the Justicar, because you really want to get that set up and start getting a whole lot of value out of the Gore Howl. So I like it. Unfortunately, Harrison Jones is going to get rid of that.
Yeah, it feels bad, man.
Yeah, Tom GQ being very patient with a Harrison Jones allowed him to destroy probably the best weapon for Leoric so far. Even better than Despite in this matchup. Potentially.
What if you just kind of go face, ignore the minions? Yeah, maybe Shadow or Depth. Just kind of ignore Elise there. She's not that too much of a threat at this point.
Yeah, no, the Elise going to get some value off those lower minions, but it does protect your Harrison Jones, at least on board.
Okay, so he's going to choose the Shield Slam finally. Of course, this Toshli then. Well, he does have the XP for the Toshli. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's got Revenge as an activator or Bash as an activator, so he's got a couple ways to execute pretty much anything he wants.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of answers, and the priest is running out of minions, which is also something that happens.
Yeah, well, they're both kind of running out of minions. Leoric with just Big Game Hunter, which doesn't seem great, or Gromash, which doesn't seem too great either, so I think we're going to see that Bash execute. Tom GQ is just going to hope he draws into Elise. Really put on the pressure. You've seen a lot of removal come out from Leoric. Another execute being used there. Was that the first execute?
Yes, I believe it was.
Okay.
Wait, no, did he use another one? Crap. I remember I think that was the one he pulled, but I'm not certain. My memory on games is horrible.
Oh,
Ooh,
the Death Lord he slammed and traded in the Shield Maiden.
Yeah, then I think it was his first execute. I think he still has one left. Yeah, so what do you think of using Shield Block? Because it does force you to draw a card in an instance where you probably do not want to draw cards.
No, I don't like it at all. You've already played Elise, so there's no way you drawing is good here because you're not trying to race for the golden monkey. So it goes into that other contemporary control warrior style that we talked about earlier, where shield blocking now is essentially pyroblasting yourself in the face later on. Gets you one closer to fatigue, and that armor just simply isn't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Despite good pickup here. He had the bash anyway, but getting to establish a weapon, get that set up, seems pretty good. Hold the bash. Gets around taunts.
Yeah. And you could... Well, I guess you want to save Grummash till the very end, because you know no light bombs have been used at this point. And also Entombs, which you assume that he hasn't been used. But have we seen it? Yeah, he does have an Entomb in hand. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, right in the middle there. Lots of removal for Tom GQ, but not a whole lot else. And Leoric just going to keep getting value off of this Elise. Canceled out mostly by Tom GQ's, or canceled out completely by Tom GQ's hero power. So pretty much a stalemate on the board right now.
Which is to be expected. And we see that they're fairly even in cards, but again, this warrior will not have his Elise Starseeker, while the priest, I believe, has he played his Elise yet? I don't think so, right?
No, I don't recall seeing it.
And he's gonna steal.
I was gonna point out this
that
play
he
that he
never
can
got to play.
entomb that, but he doesn't have to worry about any other large minions. He's got light bombs for pretty much anything else. Shield Maiden, a good pickup. It's at least something to play.
Very good pickup. Cabal Shadow Priest coming out.
Lots of armor for Leoric, but that Elise gonna be so huge. Tom GQ has 2 now in the deck, so he's just racing to both of them. Seems maybe he didn't have one. I could have swore he had one though.
Tom GQ, I'm pretty sure he does. I think they're both at the bottom of his deck.
Yeah, that's just really unfortunate. I'm just talking about, racing for one is
Change your mind.
not too big of a deal this late in the game now that you have an extra one. But
I think he should have probably... I guess reversing it wouldn't do anything either. Just trying to save some damage. I don't know if I like that. I think I would have just passed my turn, personally.
for Leoric?
Yeah, for Tom GQ.
Oh, I think he was just trying to
Just
dump
'cause-
some cards.
Yeah, but I mean, you never know what you could grab with that, and it's not like you're low on health or anything like that. But at least it's finally played. Maps in the deck. Harrison Jones comes out, which is irrelevant. It's a priest.
Yeah, it's looking more and more for Tom GQ. If he can get that Elise, Leoric's gonna just have removal. All these removals he would have liked to have turned into legendaries. Definitely would rather have those legendaries instead of shield blocks by a long shot.
First light bomb comes out. I mean, I think it's definitely smart to use light bombs now because you don't have the threat of a lot of legendaries later on anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with it there too. You don't really have much else to do until you get your Elise.
And this priest is suddenly like 3 cards ahead of the warrior just because of all the Elises.
Yeah, Leoric
Elises
with.
and Paps. Yep.
I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be fatigued out. I don't see what else he can pick up that can get him back in this. Here's the last card. It's a Death Lord. That's not a great one. Tom GQ just has to deal with Big Game Hunter, Grom, and this
Second
Death
Elise.
Lord. The Golden Elise.
You have the artifact.
Yeah, it's Tom GQ's just gonna have so much value. Leoric, I don't think he can come back from this.
Oh man.
Oh, he's using
Gonna
execute here. Oh, wow. Oh man.
I don't see how the warrior wins.
No, I don't. I
Yes.
don't either. We're gonna play it out anyway because this is the last game of the championship match. But
Ooh, giant card, yes.
yeah, still a little bit of a bug there, I suppose, if you want to call it that, on that card. And Tom GQ with all the time in the world.
Oh man.
And Tom GQ even has double Elise, so maybe the orc was hoping that this Death Lord pulls out the Golden Monkey, and he doesn't get the battle cry off of it. But
Oh, that's smart, but it's irrelevant because he has 2 golden monkeys.
right, that was my point at the beginning here. But he doesn't know that. Leoric may not have known that Tom GQ already had an Elise in his deck, so maybe he sees that as the only way to win. I mean, it's a small window, but if there's not 2 of them, then it's a chance.
So the Death Lord. Oh,
No
man.
minions left because the Golden Monkey is already in hand, so Leoric now knows Golden Monkey is in hand for Tom GQ. He's just deciding not to play it because he wants to have the removal for this Grom. So Light Bomb gonna come out here, which leaves Tom GQ free to follow it up with the Golden Monkey.
He could always. Oh, I guess he. Or, never mind. So to say, he could always use the Alkaline Soul Priest, but just kidding. He used it last turn.
Oh, yeah, yep. So yeah, Light Bomb is his only answer in hand to that.
And Golden Monkey.
Golden Monkey time!
There
I
it
choose
is.
death. Leoric sees it. He was hanging on a prayer from that Death Lord, pulling out that Golden Monkey. That was going to be just about his only out, and then he was just going to hope that they both ran out of minions. He just had removal left for both sides, and which would have left his hero power being ultimately better than the priest's hero power, and he would have won in fatigue that way if neither one of them had the benefit of Elise, but not the case. So that will give Leoric hold on. That will give Tom GQ finally gets his priest coming in with a victory in the clutch, thanks to the Death Lord pulling out Elise start. That was the play of the game.
That changed everything.
That was
Because
the
I
play
think the warrior definitely had to step up until that play.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really hard. We talked about it being an uphill battle the whole time for the priest, and that's what did it. Finally a little bit of a break for Tom GQ's priest, able to pull out a victory in the clutch.
Yep, congratulations. That was very fun to cast.
Yep, so that will largely wrap it up for us. We will congratulate Tom GQ one more time on the championship. Leor, congrats on second place. I want to thank both of them for playing in our tournament. 256 players competed in this, and they fought all the way through, so definitely hard-earned one day for both of them. Lots of Hearthstone, and we want to thank them for playing, as well as all the other players that competed in this tournament. If you're interested in getting involved in some open tournaments, definitely check out strivewire.com. There's a lot of great open tournaments for EU, NA. This
Most
tournament,
of them, and if all of them are free.
yeah, definitely. Elefino Open number 17 will be next Sunday. We host this tournament every Sunday. The tournament itself starts at 12 o'clock Central Time. The casted portion starts at the same time it did today, which is 6 o'clock Central Time on both mine and Firebat's channel. We're fortunate enough to he allows us to broadcast this on his channel every week. So we'll do a quick thank you to him. Anything else you want to add, Fluffy Stuff?
No, I think I'm good. Thank you for allowing me to cast today.
Okay, that sounds good. We definitely are grateful you were able to join us. Thank you for coming. You did an awesome job. And look forward to seeing some cool stuff from you in the future. But that'll do it for us. We'll close by showing the bracket on screen so you guys can get a rundown of how that went down. But we'll leave that for you, and have a good one. Thanks for watching.